Hey, so it's about 10 after 6 and back out of the fields for our second game. The first game this morning versus Kansas City Scott Gallagher was a tough one for us. I thought watching that team yesterday that we were a better soccer team, and I think in the game today that that fact was clear. In their defense, they were pretty athletic and caused us some trouble just based on that athleticism. We scored first. Livia scored a goal that I'm sure I'll be posting the highlights at some point. And we were up 1-0 in the first half. And then they kind of got a pretty fortunate goal where there's a little scrum in front of our goal. Ball was cleared to a girl at the top of the circle, roughly 30 yards out, who just one-timed it, and it went sky high and right under the crossbar, under our tallest girl on our team, Maddie, who was in goal. So that was tough. We battled back, and Sarah Johnson scored a really good goal for us. But really, the turning point in the game for us was the ref that called a penalty kick on Sienna, who at the time in the game, I thought she clearly got the ball first, and the player tripped over her back leg, Sienna's back leg, and the ref was on the other half of the field and blew the penalty, which was tough for us. But that was confirmed on the video too that I watched after, that Sienna made a perfect tackle on the ball. You could see the ball, you could see Sienna tackle the ball, and the ball go in the direction that Sienna was tackling, and the player trip over Sienna's back leg. So it was a real tough one for us, a real turning point in the game. And then they scored on another penalty kick on a handball. And that was that. So we ended up losing 3-2. And, you know, again, we can't control the refs. We can't, and these kids have to understand, and I know some of the parents understand, that they're going to be dealing with calls from officials that don't go their way their entire career. We can't control that, and we just have to play. And we had a ton of chances, and if we had finished even one of those other chances, likely these calls that went against us wouldn't have impacted us as much. What's frustrating from my perspective is we're in the top bracket, the most competitive bracket at 9v9, and the reffing crew that they assigned was not a crew that could handle the parents. Could handle the intensity and the competitiveness of the game, which is too bad. You know, there's not much else we can say about that. I just think that would have, it's tough when we come down here with the expense and the time, and we were expecting to play in a very competitive bracket, yet we get a 13-year-old officiating crew that really can't manage the competitiveness of the game. So yeah, no, that was that. And we then I stayed around and watched the Alliance team play the Blitz team that we played tonight. And the Blitz team from Tulsa is a very good team. They're better than the team we played this morning. And it's really going to be a tough game for us tonight. The good thing is that with a good performance tonight, we still have the ability to play a fourth game at this tournament. But it's going to be a real challenge. It's going to be a real challenge. Not only the quality of the competition that we're playing, but we have a couple girls that have some little knocks and injuries. Kendall's knee and Bean's knees are both bothering them a little bit, and it's growing pains, which is typical at this age group. But it's tough for us, because if we're down, those guys are both the ladies are both at 50%, and we only have 3 subs to manage anyway. It's gonna be a challenge, but again, this is why they play the games, right? Anything can happen, and I expect that we're going to have a really good performance from our girls tonight. And my goal tonight is, I mean, I could feel myself getting caught up in the poor officiating this morning, and even Libby's mom came up to me after the game, and when I was asking the ref why the penalty kick he called against Siena was even a foul, Libby's mom was like, wow, all the time I've known you, I've never seen you talk to a ref. And that's the truth. I don't. I keep my mouth shut and let the team that I'm coaching, let their games speak for themselves. But this morning I found myself in a position where I was frustrated and angry, and more so because for the girls' behalf, is again, they're so excited to be here and they're so excited to compete, and to have the game changed against them by a poor call is difficult. It's difficult. But I think it's again, a learning experience for them, a learning experience for me as I kind of use the afternoon to refocus and really find how I wanted to approach the game tonight. And to me, it's going to be relaxed and chill, and I'm not going to let my tone get the best of me. And yeah, we're in a competitive event, but to me, the best way to have the girls perform the way that I want them to perform is to be supportive and to try to minimize the competitiveness of the event and allow them to relax and be confident. And that's going to be my whole goal for them through warm-ups and into the game. And yeah, it's going to be hard because I'm as competitive as anyone. I don't like losing. I probably don't like losing more than anybody else on this team, players and parents. That's just me. But I also need to be conscious for the girls' benefit on how that competitiveness comes out. And again, this is my first tournament in over 10 years, first youth tournament, competitive youth tournament. And again, I just need to handle things a little bit better, and that's going to be my goal. That's going to be my goal today. And again, I expect a good competitive game. We're fighters, and our girls will go down fighting. And whether or not we're playing with only 9 players and no subs, and I know our girls will work as hard as they can for each other, and that's what I'm excited to see, how they handle the challenge and the adversity of this evening. So looks like it might rain a little bit later, but other than that, we've had some beautiful weather here and we've lucked out. And as you can see, there is plenty of soccer going on this beautiful complex. So I'm expecting good things, and we'll see what happens.